So this time playing some Magic, because I am trying to play more Magic and not forget how to play. I have spent a ton of hours in this game, as most of my friends know, and I would like to not waste all of that time by forgetting this, because unlike riding bike, hard games and specialty stuff like this is forgettable. I've even noticed myself, after some period of time away from the game, watching my friends play, who, you know, I try to support and keep up with. I'm just watching them, I'm like, I kind of don't know what's going on right now, like, and they'll do something really intricate, and I'll be like, I didn't see that line, that's not good, you know? So I try to play Magic here and there and like sprinkle it into my streams a little bit, you know, just so I don't forget how to ride that bike, you know. So it's definitely something that I care about a lot, and Magic's fun, right? And what better way to have fun in Magic than to play Cube? For those of you who don't know what Cube is, I will proudly explain it to you. Cube is a common term in Magic the Gathering, which refers to just simply a collection of cards that someone has selected to include in a draft format. Draft is when you start with 12 cards, and you are able to select one of those cards and add it to your deck. You then do that and pass along the cards. You then do that until the cards are gone. You do that 2 more times, this time passing to the left, and then the 3rd time passing to the right, and you build a deck with the cards that you see in the cube. Cubes are always specialty things. They are, whoever creates the cube really gets to choose what goes in it, but there are some common cards that like go into cubes a lot of the times. This just so happens to be a vintage cube, meaning that all cards in Magic the Gathering, for the most part, are legal in it. Well, not really format, so all cards are legal, but all cards are included basically in that giant pool. Now, someone has selected from that giant pool throughout the history of Magic what cards go in there, and there's like basically the strongest cards in Magic in this cube, in addition to some fun ones and some not so strong, but it makes for some really fun times. So we drafted a deck last time. Let's take a look at it, because for my edification, because quite frankly, I don't remember half the time what I fucking draft.
It's amazing how strong that song was.
These things, I literally forget, because
Speaks to a primal
I've done this so much that like I'm like, man, like what am I even playing in this deck? All right, so we do have some good cards in this deck. I'm starting to jog the old memory now. We do have some good cards in this deck, actually. Let me turn the lights on. Screen. Anyway, so yeah, so we're playing like a Reanimator strategy. Reanimator is just basically a strategy where you are putting stuff in your graveyard and then bringing it back. They call it like cheating out creatures. Of course, you're not literally cheating, you're playing by the rules of the game. So we have a pretty strong Reanimator deck here. It's got a lot of discard to make our opponent run out of cards in their hand, and then it's just got a lot of like big fatties to bring back from the graveyard. Now we're 1-1. These things go 3 rounds. So basically we're 1-1, just kind of having fun. And I think I remember last time we brought in Kite Sail Freebooter into this deck. And I might actually do something similar. Because I can change this at any time. I think that I was having difficulty just sort of all around. Like the deck wasn't like as functional as I wanted it to be, so I was like debating what I really wanted to cut. We're running 14 lands plus a mana crypt, so I think our lands are fine. My 2 drops are solid. My 3 drops, I actually think I'm probably going to cut this Hero's Downfall. You know, it's funny, sometimes it's like when you write something and you are just having writer's block, then you come back to it and you're like, it's so simple, right? Like I just obviously needed to change this. That's what it is. Like, you look at these things after the fact and you're like, oh yeah, this card doesn't really like fit what my deck is doing. So we can replace that with something a little bit better. we are technically white-black, even though we're splashing white very lightly for unburial rights and the potential to cast these cards, although it's probably never going to happen. So I think that maybe it's just bringing in Kitesail Freebooter and just ensuring that we are running our opponent out of cards so we can enact our game plan. So without further ado, save and continue. Let's proceed on in our league. So yeah, 1-1, 2-1 breaks even if I remember correctly. 3-0 nets you some play points and some tickets, which equate to money basically. But it's not gambling according to Magic, even though it is literally gambling. There's some weird laws about that, like state to state, about online gambling, believe it or not. And I didn't know that until I lived in Louisiana, and people were like, yeah, like gambling online is technically like illegal here. What? I literally live like 5 minutes from the casino, bro. Like, how's... Desiree said, do you think it's because they actually want you to do an actual casinos? So yeah, that's what I think it is. I think so. That is such a greedy place that I think, no kidding, like they banned it because they want you to go to the casino in person and do your gambling there. It makes no difference. It's just who the money is going to, basically, right? But technically, I'm not a law expert, but I guess this gets around that whole thing because you're not actually exchanging currency. You're using tickets to pay for the games, even though the tickets pretty much have a dollar value. Yeah, don't ask me how that shit works. So this hand is okay. I mean, we have a reanimation spell. We have a way to get a discard outlet, so I think I'm going to stick with this one, even though it's a little slow. But then again, we're not playing a super fast deck anyway. We are on the draw. Okay. Opponent goes Lotus Petal Island. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna play Imperial Seal. Now we put this card on top of our library, so it's not in our hand. So I think it really makes no difference what discard outlet it is, so long as we have one. So I think I'm probably just going to go for the Putrid Imp. I could go for the Unos Prowler because it hits harder. Then I could possibly get dazed. So I'm just going to go for the Putrid Imp. I feel like that's just more important. The bad thing about Imperial Seal is that your opponent knows to be wary of your next card. So if our opponent super heads up, he could hold up a counterspell here if he doesn't have anything more important. He is playing blue-white, so okay, sure. I mean, that's fine. That puts Terrastodon in my graveyard, so I'm cool with that. We didn't draw another reanimation spell. That's kind of unfortunate. We could draw one here, I guess, technically. And we didn't. Okay, so no problem. We play the Badlands. We don't actually have any red cards in the deck. We're just literally trying to spook them. And Badlands is effectively a swamp. So, hilariously enough, he does have Threshold because our opponent casts Wheel of Fortune. I have a little concern because usually when people are playing Wheel of Fortune, it means they're doing some dumb stuff, but it doesn't look like he discarded anything crazy. He's probably playing some sort of Tinker deck with all of these artifacts that he's got going on. So we'll see what he ends up doing here. All right, Simic Signet. So our opponent has a good bit of mana next turn. We get to play Rotting Registrar, which isn't, the strongest play, but it is a beater. We'll swing at him for 2 here. I am doing donation decks tonight, or I should say stipulation drafts. Basically what that entails, and I'll probably repeat this a few times over the course of the stream, so I apologize if it gets repetitive. But basically what that means is that for any sub or donation, whichever one, I will be doing a stipulation draft. Whoever, if they choose, whoever subs and donates, subs or donates, gets to choose my next draft stipulation. They could choose, like, you have to pick every land that you see, or you have to draft this specific archetype. Like, let's say they want me to draft Splinter Twin. I will force Splinter Twin as hard as I can. I will prioritize those cards as hard as I can. The same thing goes for, you know, if they want me to draft every land that I see. Basically, anytime that I see a land, I have to pick it, you know, so that you basically control, you dictate what my next draft is from that point. Okay, so we'll be discarding a card. We obviously want to discard a card that we can reanimate. Elish Norn is the card we're furthest away from, so let's just discard that. Unfortunately, we didn't draw anything of importance. Our opponent does have this Kodoltha Forge Master, which is... This doesn't have flying, right? It does not. It has flying if we discard a card. I guess we could discard Massacre Worm. But I might actually end up needing to cast these things. Let's just do this. Chump blocks. I mean, there's effectively no cost to chump block. So let's see if our opponent manages to get like a Blightsteel Colossus here. If he does get a Blightsteel Colossus, oh, audio's good. I didn't even see that for some reason. It didn't come up on my thingy. Porcelain Legionnaire. That is an artifact. I don't really feel like it's on theme with this deck, but let's see what, so this allows him to tutor up for an artifact shuffle. Oh, thanks. Thanks, baby.
Look at the sweet prize I won.
My fiance supporting me in all things that I do. Alright, so he's clearly just gonna destroy these two, and then he has to destroy a plains. And, yep. So, honestly, that didn't hurt us too bad. How we've been in a relationship for 11 months. It's official. Opponent kind of fucked up a little bit. He's supposed to at least sacrifice this, well, it doesn't matter, actually. He didn't really. But all I'm saying is that didn't really hurt us too bad. Sure. We're still kind of like, I think the music could go up, could go a little down. Okay. I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't positive, because you never know. Never know. I appreciate it. Maybe that Stream Decker can help us. Every song's different, though. Yeah. Alright, so here... if I discard... It doesn't really matter so much what we discard. We discard Ashen Render, I guess. That doesn't really help us that much. I mean, I guess it does mean... Well... It does mean next turn we could cast... We could cast Massacre Worm, but... we would have to discard a land and then draw another one. So, I'm obviously not going to play the Mana Crypt because I can't really do anything with it right now, and I don't want to take damage, so we're just going to pass it on over. Our opponent only has 4 cards in hand, so we're not too bad of shape. When he leaves, he is going to destroy some of my lands, though, unfortunately. Okay, Karn, so that's going to be a little annoying. He's going to get some card advantage from that. Would go down, I hear more. Okay. Let me know if that's good. Alright, yeah, obviously I'm not going to give him Urza, so... But that is problematic. It's going to stay back and chump block, basically. So... we have a choice here. I mean, honestly, playing Massacre Worm doesn't really do anything for me. Well, we have Mana Crypt, so I don't know. I'm gonna discard the Swamp. If I get a reanimation spell, I'm okay, I think. But I need to get reanimation spell, you know? That's not it. Do I even care about that? Kind of in a rough spot here. Look at his hand. Okay. Consecrated Sphinx, yeah, that's pretty good. So next turn he's gonna play that probably, and that's gonna be pretty rough. He could also just put the Urza in his hand. I'm debating whether I want to discard a card to this or not. Hit this for 2. I think I just ignore it for now. Unfortunate, but we're kind of like blocked by this Sundering Titan all day right now. Alright, so clearly he wants to play Consecrated. No, he's actually just going to take back the Urza. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's fine. He has 3 artifacts in play now. He could technically swing and then sacrifice the 3 and get another artifact if he had a good one. Oh no. We're drawing all of our big creatures, but we're not drawing any of our reanimation spells, so that's going to be a wrap. He's just a little too far ahead. It's unfortunate because we had 2 reanimator spells in our opener and never drew another one after that Wheel of Fortune, but that's okay. So thinking about bringing in the Hero's Downfall here. Freakmaw says non-artifact. That's interesting to note. Probably not nearly as good. This could be okay. I mean, keep in mind we are only splashing white. We're not actually like in white. I could run more planes, but I would like not to do that. 4, 5, 6. I don't want to drop Inkwell Leviathan, but I may have to in order to like bring in some more like Kaya or something like that. Not though. Yeah, I mean he just played like a bunch of signets. I think we're fine with this. No clue what this game is. Very interesting. Well, this is Magic the Gathering, and it is a card game. We're currently playing it online. Is it Georgie or Jorge? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But welcome. Yeah, it's Magic. We're playing it. It's online. This particular format is called Vintage Cube. It's kind of a lot to go over, but basically, like, it's a sort of random assortment of cards, and they're like basically Magic's most powerful or fun cards, for lack of better words. And you basically build a random deck out of those cards and play with it. And it's 3 rounds. It's like a super casual format, so it's kind of fun. And yeah. He's got a similar start as last time. We do have the Hymn of Turok, and I'm tempted to play that first, but I think it's probably just better to play the Prowler, honestly, and just focus on our game plan, and get the Necromancy online next turn, get this Ashen Rider on the battlefield, and probably exile a land unless he plays something. Oh, okay, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Dree is my half-sister, for those of you who don't know. Hope she's doing okay. Haven't heard from her in a while. My life's been crazy busy, so part of that's on me. But yeah, that's awesome. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join me. Okay, so I'm gonna swing first here just to get the 3 damage in. Yeah, that is awesome. It's super random. But that's, I mean, random in a good way, not a bad way, of course. We're going to hit for 3 here. we are going to discard Ashen Rider, and we're going to bring him back, hopefully. My opponent doesn't have any kind of interaction. He does have interaction. That's unfortunate because I don't have another reanimation spell at this time. However, I do have ways to make my opponent discard cards. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this because white usually equals removal. But he does have a Lotus Petal, so he can use that as like for Swords of Plowshares or Path to Exile. Basically a way to get this off the battlefield. So it does have planes. But yeah, welcome. Yeah, let us know what games you play if you're interested to talk about it. I'd be eager to know. So we're gonna hymn here, make him, because the hymn and the Mind Twist is basically the same thing, and the Mind Twist can be used at a later time. So discards planes and a Wheel of Fortune. That's pretty good for me, I feel like. Back. What's got going on here? So he just discards an Ulamog to make it a 1/1. That's fine. We're in pretty good shape. My opponent could bring back this Ulamog, I guess, if he has a way to do it. But we are doing a crypto giveaway. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about that while my opponent does his thing or her thing or their thing. At 200 followers, I'll be doing a cryptocurrency giveaway once we hit that 200 follower mark. All you need to do to be eligible is to just follow the stream. It's completely free and requires nothing more on your part. At 200 followers, I will select a lucky winner, and that winner will be sent 3 million Shiba Inu tokens. It's a new cryptocurrency, or alternatively, a crypto of their choosing. So if you choose Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever you like, do that instead. Just let me know. But yeah, that's all. That's all you have to do. And that's kind of a thank you from me for just supporting the stream. It means a lot, obviously. We're just gonna make him discard the 2 cards here. I don't really feel a need to like play Liliana yet. Oh, Desiree, thanks for gifting the sub.
And look at the sweet prize
That's
I
awesome.
won.
Welcome aboard to the best stream on Twitch. No, I'm just kidding. That's setting the standard a little too high. No, we try. I put in a lot of time into this, but just so you know, and for everyone else, I do stream other games, not just Magic, so it's not always super complicated around here. I also stream a lot of RPGs, and we have a running Dungeon and Dragons stream every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is my favorite stream. That is my flagship stream. My calling. No, I don't know if it's that strong. But that's every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Unfortunately, we had some real life things come up, so Saturday's stream this time around had to get moved next Saturday. But yeah, catch us next Saturday, not this one, at 9 p.m. Eastern to see an amazing D&D stream. So we have a really slow hand here. It functions, but it is super slow. On my PS4, I'm cracked on Modern Warfare. I play HC, S&D. Also played Rocket League. I still have 120,000 credits on there. That's a lot of credits. So I don't know anything about Warfare, but I know a lot about Rocket League because I play Rocket League all the time. And that's a lot of credits. Awesome. I love Rocket League. I'm currently champ 1 and 3s, champ 1 and 2s. I was champ 2 for a while, and I sort of just kind of went back and forth. Kind of at a plateau with Rocket League because it's like anything, right? Like once you get to a certain level of good, you then have to either practice a lot to get better, or you just kind of just stay like good / okay for eternity, and that's where I'm at. So I'm at a crossroads. Haven't been playing PS4 lately. I've been playing on my laptop. Yeah, it's good to get a variety in there. So I'm gonna ship this. This hand is not exactly fast or anything, and he is on the play. So this hand isn't great. honestly missing well, it's missing a discard outlet. But I'm gonna keep it. It's got some interaction in it. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna pitch the Tarka. We're gonna keep the Iona. Recently been playing Rust on my PC, also Stardew Valley. Oh, don't talk about Stardew around here. We know a lot about Stardew. Well, Desiree knows a lot about Stardew. I play Stardew, but honestly, it's just a comedy show. I'm not saying Stardew isn't a fun game. It's awesome. It's super wholesome. Stardew is actually a really good game to stream because it's like super relaxing and easy to follow, and people just love it. Like, you can't hate Stardew Valley. It's just a good, wholesome game. And the company is good and keeps updating it. But when I play it, it's like laughable because I don't know what's going on and what to do. I like to play like really strategic games, like really intricate strategy-based games like this. So when I play a game that is just like fundamentally simple and wholesome and just meant to have fun, I just like lose all of my instincts, and I'm just like, so you just walk around and you can only talk to people and just do what you want, and there's no pace? And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, is something gonna happen? No, I mean, there's like events and stuff. Yeah, same. Yeah, see, glad somebody gets it. I mean, it's not that it's a good game. I can respect it. I do respect it, but like, honestly, it just confuses the hell out of me sometimes. And I get yelled at by my friends because they're like, you stupid, you're playing it wrong. And I'm just like, I don't know how to play it right. Okay, so let's take a look at what he's got going on here. He doesn't have a whole lot. He's got this Mole Drifter, but he's not going to be able to cast it for a while. Luckily, we sniped that Demir Signet. That would have been a good turn 2 play out of him. So he doesn't have that anymore. Not going to be able to mana ramp. Looks like he didn't draw a 2-drop spell to play. Entirely different pace, exactly. It's totally different. We play this Putrid Imp here. It's a discard outlet for our Iona if we need it. We do have a Reanimator spell, but it's super slow. So let's see. He's going to be able to play this Mole Drifter this turn, draw some cards. It goes to the graveyard. Assuming that is the play. We have no response. We're going to yield this turn. I am leaning over quite a bit. Thank you. That posture check. Ooh. Well, okay, so 2 things. Exhume is going to allow him to draw some cards. Unfortunately, that's just what it's going to be. But it will let me get my Iona out on the battlefield this turn, so that's a really good draw, actually. I think I'm going to choose white as the color of choice here. So let's discard Iona. Exhume. Bring her back. He'll get Mole Drifter, I'll get Iona, he'll draw 2 cards. I will make him not able to play probably white, because white is just the removal spell color of his deck. White. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he is a handsome little dude. He's awesome. I really enjoy having him, honestly. He's probably the most well, it is the most exotic snake I've ever owned. So like, it requires so much more care than like what I'm used to, but it's worth it, honestly. Yeah, it's gonna be great. He's gonna be more like a red color, but it's gonna be really cool. Like, once he gets bigger and stuff, just watching them grow and thrive. Do you have any pets or anything like that? Or you, Oh, I missed combat. Oh, I skipped my attack. I'm so dumb. Whoops. Anyway. Gave my opponent some extra time there, for sure. Treachery. Oof. Yeah, that happens. Ouch. Anyway, are you like a reptile enthusiast or anything? Do you collect eggs or anything? I know when I was growing up, I for sure caught many snakes and lizards and all kinds of stuff. No, that's all right. I mean, honestly, I didn't own a snake or any reptiles for like the longest time, and then eventually I just decided, like we decided, that it was time to change that because we had been wanting a snake for a long time, and there was a reptile expo in town, and like honestly, if you are fighting the urge to get a reptile, do not go to a reptile expo because you will spend money. And that's exactly what we did. We spent a lot of money on our snake and everything that he needed. It's hard to resist the urge when you're there. Woof. We needed that land. Let's take a look at what he's got going on. What's this game called and what's this on? It is on... So, it's called Magic the Gathering. And it is a card game. And currently we are playing it on PC. I do not do console gaming. It's not that I have anything against it. It's just that for as long as I've been streaming and playing games, for the most part, I've been a PC gamer. Alright, I keep hearing about this card. What does it do? When it enters a game... Okay, so it's a land. Then it gains, you make a... artifact. Okay, so it'd be 2 at that point. 3, search the library for an artifact card with Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's good, actually. See why people are complaining about that card now. Been out of the loop for so long. There's the Consecrated Sphinx. No sense of his hand. Most part. So we're still in trouble here. We definitely need to draw the land. If we draw the land, I think we're in like pretty good shape, honestly. If we don't, then we probably, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, that works, I think. Puts us to 1. Does that just kill me? We'll see. I mean, I'll either way, I'm dead otherwise, so I'll math it out later. Alright. Animate. Well, we could target this, but I think it's just this. So we kill that, right? And then we need... And then we just, like, do... this, maybe? And... this? I guess? I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. Still in rough shape, but, let's see. Am I dead? That's the question. He does have a lot of cards in hand. He does still have a Consecrated Sphinx, which is super unfortunate, but now he can't play white spells again. A bunch of different, like, games? Or are we talking about just Magic in general? Of course he is. Fucking cat. I have this cat and he's crazy. I mean, what cats aren't, right? But he, like, gets on all kinds of stuff. And he's always doing some mischievous nonsense. Yeah. Well, he does have a lot of siblings. The only thing he can play is Sundering Titan, right? Well, he can't even play that. Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. This game is not on Steam. You have to search Magic the Gathering online and like Google and download that client. But I would highly recommend against that. What you really want to download is Magic the Gathering Arena. And Arena is like their newest program, right? This is a very antiquated program that they created some time ago. It is like the most pure form of playing Magic Online, but it is it's pay to play. Like you have to purchase the cards and stuff like that. And you don't want to do that. And B, it's like not intuitive at all. So, highly recommend just downloading Magic Arena is what you're after, honestly. So he gets Time Twister here, and honestly, should have just waited to play that. Basically, I can't take 1 point of damage or I die, so I have to do this block. I have no choice. And even then, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yeah, they are different, and honestly, it's like super confusing because like there's like a bunch of games that Magic came out, what Wizards of the Coast came out with that are Magic the Gathering, but they're all like, there are so many cards in this game because it was created in 1993, okay, and it didn't really hit the scene until like 94-ish, but just think about that. So 93 time frame, it's 2021. Cards have been being printed since that time frame, so there are literally so many cards in this game that creating a game that includes all of those cards is like a nightmare. I mean, that is a huge undertaking. So like, fortunately, I'm trying not to. Unfortunately, basically to wrap this up quick, there are so many Magic the Gathering versions that include parts of the game, and like really the only ones that matter are Arena and Magic the Gathering Online. I'm playing right now, but Arena is the one for people who are just getting into Magic, learn and play without spending like absurd amounts of money. All right, so we went 1-2 that league. Not really much to say about it. I mean, we had a good deck, but like it just wasn't quite there. Sometimes like when you draft, you get close, but you don't exactly like hit that mark or whatever, and we just got like just at the finish line, and we just didn't really get there with that draft particularly. Today's sub goal, even though I don't have it on the well, really like today's sub stipulation is the stipulation drafts. I've kind of talked about it a little bit, but yeah, we are still doing the stipulation drafts. So if you're interested in that, you can either donate or sub. You will get to choose my next draft stipulation. Basically, get to choose how I draft and what I draft. So we're looking at this first pack. We get the pick of the litter. Believe it or not, Renin 6 is actually pretty absurd in this draft. We would take Past in Flames if we were like really trying to force Storm. Solemn Simulacrum is like a card that you can really fit into any deck. So he is just like good, fair Magic, but it's not the most broken thing you can be doing. Pack 1, pick 1, Brainstorm's not bad. Teferi is obviously absurd. I don't think I've ever regretted picking this card. I think I'm going to take the Renin 6. I mean, some of my favorite drafts have started with this card, so we're gonna go with that. It does mean we want to get like some pretty good lands and stuff like that. Prismatic Vista is a great pickup here. So we're gonna prioritize lands a little bit more. Oh, it's thundering for the first time. Oh, it's thundering in the game. Okay, I thought you were talking about in real life. I was like, what? Nice, yeah. Yeah, Arena does a good job of like simplifying Magic in a way that makes it like easier to understand, because I think Magic is inherently a little intimidating at first. Like there's a lot of information being thrown at you in these cards, but believe me when I say, like, out of all the card games that I've played, and I've played a lot of card games, Magic at its core is probably the most simple, because they have done a good job of maintaining the mechanics of the game without, like, Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, right? Yu-Gi-Oh started out being like pretty simple, right? Pretty straightforward. You look at Yu-Gi-Oh cards now, they are a nightmare. They have a ton of text. it's hard to, they're not intuitive at all. Like it's a nightmare. So this is a new card I haven't actually read. Whenever you cast a spell, add a red. Until the end of turn, you don't lose mana as steps and phases ended. Okay, steps and phases end. Creature you control boast twice during each of their turns rather than once, and then you can discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library, play those cards. I don't think this is really for us. If we wanted to go Naya, we could do that. Rabble Master is just a good card, so I think we're probably just going to take the Rabble Master, honestly. Thought about taking Inspiring Vantage just to make the colors work out, but we'll take Rabble Master here. He's just good. He's just good. I'm always down to play some Signets. Mirari's Wake is good in some decks. This is double white, and we might actually splash white, but I don't know about going. You have to get some pretty good mana to support that. Eternal Witness is good if you're playing like Fair Magic. Golgari Signet is at least 1 on color. Wall of Root's good for... Well, you just have to learn, you know? It takes time. It does, but believe me, like, you know, it's one of those things where you just have to, everybody's got to start somewhere. If you want to learn how to play the game, it's also like, it might be beneficial to look up like some YouTube videos. I'm sure there's like a lot of good content out there that could definitely help out like a new player just trying to like pick up the game and, you know, figure out what it's all about and that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. See, it's not an easy game to play, let's just put it that way. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 for each time it was kicked. The battlefield, it deals damage. Okay, so that's actually I mean, it's double red, but it's not that bad. I'll just watch you and learn. Unfortunately, I am playing one of the most like difficult to learn. Like, this would be a hard way. I mean, I'm not saying don't, like, because obviously I want you to watch me, but like basically, like, this is a hard format to learn because there are so many different cards in this format with weird mechanics and stuff. We're gonna take this. It looks like we are maybe shaping up to be like a just green-red, like go at your face type deck, and I am perfectly fine with that. Chain Lightning, just a great card, you know. Good old Chain Lightning. Like, you just can't go wrong. Man, this is a good pack. It's a real good pack. I mean, Koth is like pretty damn good. Taiga, I mean, I love to get a Taiga. Bomat Courier, honestly, I want like 3 cards out of this pack. Courser of Crewfix, if we go like a mid-range package. It looks like we're shaping up to be like a aggro deck, though. So like maybe Koth is the pick. Koth is the pick. Yeah, can't pass it up. Rust has been lagging a lot, so it's annoying. My Wi-Fi is trash where I'm at, so I'm probably gonna get addicted to this game. This game can be addictive. That is 100% true. I mean, like, if you really want to start playing Magic and like learning it and stuff like that, I mean, this game can really soak up some time for sure. But yeah, I mean, if you want to learn, I'm sure there's like a lot of YouTube content and stuff like that out there. It's not a hard game to learn once you get like the basic fundamentals and stuff like that. I would think it's like pretty easy to navigate. Random Map Excavator can do some cool stuff. We are basically shaping up to be an aggro deck right now, so like Siege Gang Commander is probably a better pick. Like, I mean, we're almost mono red. Just take the Siege Gang. I mean, I want to pick Random Map Excavator, but Siege Gang's just so good. I don't really want any of these cards. Like, none of them are good for my deck. I mean, 'cause, 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 I mean, 'c guess let's, I don't know. Really, there's no wrong or right pick there. It's just kind of like what it is. I don't think we're like a Rathalos deck. Just take the Godless Shrine, honestly. Oh, we got that Ewix to wheel. There's also a Boros Signet. It makes me sad. Like, it's a tough choice, actually. Signet. Roxa or Dark Confidant? Probably Bob. And Sting. Wow, no one must be playing Reanimator because we just got some good Reanimator cards in that last pack, but oh well, we're not playing that strategy. Yeah, honestly, this pack is, well, I mean, Bloodbraid Elf is pretty sweet. If we're sticking to green-red, do you think you'll stream while I work tomorrow? I mean, you know, I could, and I could just, like, ruin your concentration, but I don't know. It all just depends. If I get super bored, I might just work on my content a little bit offline just because I need to focus on that and do that, so we'll see. So I'm between Bloodbraid Elf and Eidolon here. Eidolon is obviously very good. Bloodbraid Elf can be good. I think I'm gonna settle on the Bloodbraid, just because we're shaping up to be like kind of like a green-red mid-range deck. And I don't want to find myself like, I'm gonna stretch while I talk about this. I don't want to find myself like being like almost mono red. Plus, I think the Eidolon might wheel. So let's hope. We got a Through the Breach, which doesn't fit our deck at all. Oko is like really good. I mean, this card got banned at one point in time. It was so good. And is still banned. What is this? Okay, that's the new living weapon. So it's between Biogenic Ooze and Rampaging Ferocidon. I'm pretty sure Biogenic Ooze is going to wheel, so we'll take the Ferocidon here. Okay. It's looking like Hellrider is probably the pick. Wall of Blossoms, more of like a mid-range card. Not really something that we're doing. Field of Ruin. I mean, we were splashing White. Loyal Warhound is probably pretty good. We're going to take the Hellrider here. Pretty clear cut. Scavenging Ooze, Green Sun Zenith, Blackcleave Cliffs. This is free if we wanted to splash black. Quite know if we're there. I mean, we do have fixings if we wanted to splash black. We have the Golgari Signet, and we have Golgari Signet. We have Bob, which is, you know, not bad for our deck. The other option would be Scavenging Ooze, which is just probably a good all-around creature. Super fair though. Maybe I'll take Blackcleave Cliffs and be like Jund. I might regret that later. Okay, I like Raging Ravine. And it looks like that's really my only good choice here, so we'll just take that. Because nothing else really fits what I'm doing. Okay, no regrets. Hey Command is super good if we are sticking to splashing for black. Craterhoof, not what we're doing. Pia and Kieran Nalar is good, but it's like, you know, we're already running a lot of 4-drops here. It will kind of make our curve a little awkward. You know, this is obviously the best card in this pack for me, but I have to get the fixing for it. But we're only in the second pack, so I'm going to take it. Bam. Stomping Ground, probably. Seen a lot of token making cards like Deranged Hermit, Siege Gang. I mean, there's a lot of cards that fucking go wide. I almost sort of wish I was drafting towards that because that might have been an interesting one, but I'm gonna take Stomping Ground because it's good fixing. There's a Bayou. Ragtusk is good. Rotting Registrar is good. I'm gonna take the Bayou because it's free, and also it supports the Black Splash that I kind of want to force. And Eidolon did Wheel, so we'll take that. Could take the Plateau, but I'm not really splashing white, so Eidolon here. Assassin's Trophy and Biogenic Hoops. Biogenic, honestly. And I actually don't have a lot of removal though. Let's see what happens. Swallow Blossoms, sure. It's not a card I'm ever gonna play, but yeah. I'll take Progenitus just in case I see a natural order, which is just basically like a one-card combo for me. I don't ever think I'll be the one using Pyroclasm, but I'll take it. Mishra's Factory, sure. In my 3-color deck, Rashad and Port. Don't think I'll be playing those lands. They tap for colorless, and if we're playing 3 colors, then we want all the colors we can get. Okay, this is a good pack. X Drinker is very good. That's probably just the pick. So we do need more like early game threats. Thundermaw Hellkite is just like MVP, honestly. This card's so good. I super hope it wheels, which it probably will. Alternatively, Mind Twist, so like, okay, if this wasn't pack 3, like let's say hypothetically speaking, this was like pack 1, pick 1, they are all good because it's cube. So like if I say that a lot, it's because they are almost all good. There are some cards that are just bad, but very few. If this was pack 1, pick 1, I'd be taking this Mind Twist all fucking day. This card is absurd. It's amazing. It's bonkers, but it doesn't fit my deck and what I'm doing right here. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pass it to the next person, and they're gonna be like, "What? He passed what?" Because it doesn't fit my deck. We have some choices. Maelstrom Pulse is just good because it just destroys anything damn near. Boltspan Dragon has shown me that it's really good. Burst Lightning is good. We already saw the Thundermaw Hellkite, so it's possible that we will get one of the 5-drop dragons. I think I'm just gonna take the Burst Lightning. You know, it's tough to say. I don't feel rusty. Whether or not I am is, you know, who knows? Like, I might be. I have no idea. But I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm kind of still, you know, familiar. I've been trying to watch Magic streams and pay attention to what's going on in the game and stuff, so that way I don't, like, lose that ability to play. Which is kind of what I talked about in the beginning. I think playing Hearthstone in the middle would help. Yeah. Hearthstone has helped a little bit. Interesting. So this card combos with a few of our things. Definitely combos with Progenitus if we wanted to play that in our deck and just have like kind of a cheeky combo in our deck. The problem is if we draw Progenitus first, it's going to be like super awkward. It might just be worth taking though. This card is pretty good, but I don't really think it fits my deck that well. I'm gonna take the Magus. I don't know. It could be good. It could be bad. I'm still in my prime and gonna lose every single game. I mean, what can you do? You know, sometimes you just lose games of Magic. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I feel like I haven't been losing too much. Stunkel Serpent's good. The Badlands obviously is good. I wish I had more fetch lands in my deck, because then this Grim Lavamancer would be better. I think I'm just gonna take the Badlands, and then we have like some pretty damn good fixing in this deck to play our splash black cards. Ooh, Lightning Bolt, Sulfuric Vortex, Channel? Oh my god, dude. How is this Channel still in this pack? What the fuck? Like, another card where it's like, if it was pack one, pick one, it would just be like an instant snap keep. Questing Beast is insane. Obviously, I want this Lightning Bolt. Jeez, I want so many cards in this pack. Sulfuric Vortex will probably wheel. So hard, guys. So hard. I'm taking the Lightning Bolt, but it's so hard. Order. There it is. You know what's crazy though? We don't have enough green creatures to play the fucking combo though. Like, we have it, but I just don't have enough green creatures to make like the natural order thing work. You have to sacrifice a green creature, and I have 1, 2, 3 green creatures in my deck currently. Not a whole lot. Just gonna check the char. We have enough 1-drops that Dreadhorde Arcanist is actually good. I mean, we did take that Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Burst Lightning. Well, maybe it's not good. Maybe it's okay. Snag it. Snag it and see. Avalanche Riders is cool. Shrine of Burning Rage is pretty damn good. A bit mana intensive, but like it just lines up a kill pretty nicely. So we might just be playing that, honestly. Like Avalanche Riders is cool, but like it's more of a mid-range card. Reclamation Sage, good sideboard card. Ooh, Thundermaw wield. Yeah, that's definitely what we're picking. Ready, Bone Shards, Maya's Cradle. We're playing 11 creatures. I don't think we're playing enough creatures. Like, Gaea's Cradle is a good card when you're playing like a ton of mana dorks and like you just have a ton of creatures out like early on, and then it just ramps you a ton. Not really okay with what we're doing. None of these cards really appeal to me. We'll just take Last Hope here. Ooh, Lavamancer wield. Again, we don't have enough fetch lands to really make it good, but I'll probably just take the Stonecoil Serpent, honestly. Just good in like many situations. Duress. Okay, I mean, I could probably play a Duress. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. I think that I think we drafted a pretty good deck. I think it's just a strong, like, Jund aggro deck. We are very light black splash. I mean, we're damn near almost all red. This Dreadhorde Arcanist validates this Duress a lot, though. Probably sneak in the Dark Confidant there. It's worth playing. Probably not. Probably okay for the sideboard, though. I don't want to play any of these colorless lands. I don't think they're necessarily worth it. Maybe if I have to be like super aggro, I can board into the I can go more streamlined and board into this and make, you know, more creatures basically. All right, so let's see what we're working with. It's actually not too far off. Usually this thing is atrociously off where it recommends. Bump this down to a 6, up to 3, so that gives us 5, 6, 7 green sources, 8. This would give us 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources. I almost want to go up another forest, but I don't think I need to. I'm fine. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Man, I can't believe that I saw the natural order combo with Progenitus and I didn't take, like, that's probably got to be the first time like I wheeled it. Basically passed it and said no, I'm not interested in that combo because it's so powerful. Like, it is like a 1-card combo. You play it and you like kind of just win. But unfortunately, my deck just didn't really support it. You have to sacrifice a green creature for this and natural order to work. And as you can see, we are only playing 3 green creatures, so we don't actually have a way to enable it. All of our other creatures are red, so would have just been bad. Would have been clunky. That said, I think this is a pretty strong deck, but time will tell. But yeah, tomorrow I haven't, well, okay, so tomorrow I'm streaming New World, so there's that. Looking super forward to that. New World is a new MMORPG. It is currently in, I can never tell if it's an open, I'm pretty sure it's closed beta. It's in closed beta. It's a game made by Amazon. It is, like I said, an MMORPG. It's pretty fun. It's got a good crafting system. Main focal point seems to be on world PvP. It's got some PvP elements in there, some grouping, killing. So far, it's a great game. Yeah, I would agree. I think that it is a little one-dimensional. What you see on the surface level is kind of what you get with that game. However, like, I don't want to be too critical of it because it is brand new. Like, they have time. Like, in my opinion, as a veteran RPG player / MMO player, I mean, this is my genre. This is what I do best. I think that they are hopefully doing the right thing by releasing the game, making sure it's fundamentally sound, even though they've been catching people's computers on fire. Hopefully fixing those issues and then working on making their game a more complete and I guess giving it more depth is what I would say. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt too, in a way, since it's looking good so far. I'm willing to give them some leeway. Yeah, it looks like they really spent time on the game and really, like, you know, I mean, they took a year off. They delayed the game for a year, a week prior to it releasing, like last year. So, I mean, they clearly saw some fundamental issues with it that they wanted to fix, and it looks as though they've worked on a lot of issues. So, that in its own right is promising. But of course, the moment of truth will be whether or not they are actually able to produce a good game. Now, this hand is like subpar, pretty medium. It does have all of our colors. Unfortunately, the creatures itself, I mean, we're a deck that wants to get on the ground really fast and start hitting our opponent as fast as possible, and this hand doesn't really allow us to do that, so we're going to mulligan it. This hand is a lot better. As you can see, we only have 1 land, but we are on the draw, so I am going to keep it and hope that we draw the second land. Stomping Ground or Taiga would be our best draw for sure. And that's not Stomping Ground or Taiga. However, not in trouble or anything like that. You can still function on 1 land, at least for a turn, but we definitely need to draw the second land within the next 2 turns. Say Raphalos, that's fine. We definitely kill that with the Lightning Bolt. God, if we drew the land, that'd be so good there, because we could run and 6 that. If we drew a way to cast Ren in 6, that would have been like lights out right off the rip. All right. Well, our opponent's clearly playing a deck that wants to ramp. Ugh. I mean, to be fair, we are only playing 16 lands, so I don't know how many people are max level with all the maintenance they do, because they play constantly. It's kind of insane, actually. It is kind of insane. But hey, more power to him. I just, like, the thing is, getting max level right now is pointless because they're just going to wipe the servers. So, but I guess it's not pointless because if you're enjoying the game, you're enjoying the game, right? Like, I shouldn't say it's pointless, but like, I would not do it. Let's just put it that way. I would not do it. Oof. Power 9, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the most powerful cards in Magic. It's not legal in like any format. It was printed in like 94. Back when they didn't know like what this game fucking was or what it was going to be. No. Am I dead? Probably. Yep. I would say that just about does it. Yep. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. That was gross. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, channel is just busted. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to, like, normally this is the part where I'd say, okay guys, we're gonna sideboard this card and that card, and you know, this is what we're gonna do because we have cards. There's no cards that we have in our sideboard that can stop what our opponent just did. So we just basically have to hope that he doesn't have a channel and a big fatty in his hand to do that again. Your hands on your face? Yeah, exactly. There's a famous, back when paper magic was still super popular and like things were in their peak, you know, there's a video of Brian Kibler, who is now like a famous streamer / content creator. Back when he used to play Magic professionally, he is playing in a feature match against, I forget who, and his opponent is like doing some like absurd stuff, and mind you, they're in a feature match, so they're like on camera, and his opponent is like comboing off. There's no way Brian can win, right? And his opponent is playing a deck called Eggs, which is like so ridiculously tedious and interactive with itself when it combos, but it takes a very long time. But you're dead to rights. There's no way you can win, but your opponent has to do a lot. So his opponent is doing all of this, and he has lost the game, but his opponent hasn't finished it yet. So Brian Kibler is literally like, he drew an F6, which is the skip command on Magic Online, and he's just pressing it while his opponent is like just doing a bunch of stuff with his cards and just winning. And at some point he like walks away from the feature match area, and the casters are just laughing while they're like talking about this match. And they're like, okay, Brian's gone, like he's gone, and he's like walked away, and he's like talking to someone. Like, wow, this opponent is still playing the game and winning. Like, that's how egregious that deck was. You know, this was back in the day where you could do stuff like that. Obviously, now if you try to do that in a sanctioned event, they would be like, hey, you can't walk away from the table like that. One land, we gotta ship this one. But it was good stuff. I mean, that's primo content right there. I mean, this hand's not fast or anything, but it has all of our colors. I will keep it, I suppose, and ship back Siege Gang Commander? Well, ship back Biogenic Ooze because we can actually cast the Siege Gang Commander. No walking in Magic. Yeah, you're not allowed to do physical exercise in Magic. You're also not allowed to bathe. No, that's not true. People have gotten a lot better at that. bathing thing. Gotta kill that. Actually, probably should have waited until my opponent. Well, it's good that we did it then, actually. Because now we can cast Bloodbraid Elf next turn, so it actually kind of worked out for me. Please don't cast Channel next turn. I'm begging you. Let's see what we get here. Char? Sure. I'm actually going to char this creature. Might be a little overkill, but fuck it. No hygiene period, correct. Not allowed. No, actually, you can actually be asked to not leave. Our opponent's doing some dumb stuff. I mean, I can't even be mad at them. You can be disqualified from a tournament for smelling terribly, believe it or not. If you have a very foul and offensive odor, then you can be disqualified. Yeah, basically. I mean, like, look, you chose not to shower, okay? You know, it's not anyone else's fault. It's yours. Actually, I think Hellrider is probably the better play. Riders of the Storm. Yeah. So we get some damage in here. He blocks one of these, obviously. So we're basically just trying to go as fast as possible and try to make sure my opponent doesn't kill me. We'll see if he draws. I mean, every turn he takes damage is one less turn he can cast Channel and like get something crazy out. He does have 8 cards in hand, so it's possible that, yeah, that works. That's a thing. That buys him a lot of time. Bobby, I think it's probably just better to play Siege Gang Commander here. By the way, certain Magic cards just have nicknames, and this Magic card's nickname is Bob. So if you ever hear me refer to Bob, I'm referring to Dark Confidant. So he does have a land on top, so he's not drawing anything. Next turn. So we slam this. Have a big attack next turn. Provided our opponent doesn't do anything like absurd. Yeah, Magic has certainly had some heydays. I mean, there was a point in time when Magic was on MTV, believe it or not. I don't know what version of MTV it was on, but I'm just saying it was on MTV. Magic the fucking Gathering was on MTV at one point. Little known fact. Back in the day, Magic was trying to PET, that would be great. Back in the day, Magic was trying to market itself as this like cool, edgy game for teenagers and like kids that like to skateboard, wear wristbands, backwards hats, and like, so they put it on like MTV fucking 10 or some shit. And actually it was on ESPN too, by the way. It was, yeah, they were trying to market some shit. It was pretty funny, actually. We're gonna actually destroy. Regular discards a card. Yeah, we're just gonna do this before combat, before blockers. Let's go ahead and do this now. Attack. Get some damage in there. ESPN been playing games. They've been holding out on us. And he takes 6. We sacrifice. Yeah, so we've got lethal here. Boom, boom. Yes. And that's it. Yeah. So like, they put it on MTV, and they were like, so this was back when like they were trying to create like, this was actually kind of ahead of its time. I'm gonna explain why. They had like all of these like personalities on this thing, and they were trying to do like almost like a magic reality show. Like it was totally scripted, it was totally fake. There was no like, it wasn't really a reality show. It was just kind of this ongoing like dialogue they had started, and it all started with like, and I'm fucking all of this up, but it all started with like certain like players that were popular back then, like I believe it was like Mark Justice and like a few other like really popular pro players at the time. And it was crazy. Like they played without sleeves on their cards. They were like folding and bending their, you know, it was like they were trying to make it look like edgy poker, basically, is what they were advertising it as, right? And like they would have these weird personalities on there. Like they had this really like, you know how like in the 90s they tried to like make dudes look like tough guys? Like you remember AC Slater from Saved by the Bell? Like when Mario Lopez played that character? That's like what they did. They were like, okay, we're gonna take a guy and make him look like AC Slater with like a skull band. He was basically Bandit Keith from Yu-Gi-Oh! And his name was the Hammer. I'm not making this up. His name was the Hammer. And Mark Justice would play against like the Hammer, and he was like, they were like, that's the Hammer. He's undefeated or something like that. No one's ever beaten him. And like he like beats like Mark Justice, and then he plays against like someone else. It's so funny. Like during this thing, I'm gonna bring it up, and you guys are gonna laugh. We're gonna do it after this game, actually, because me explaining it honestly is doing it a huge disservice. It was like a masterpiece. It was great. I think I'm gonna cut this biogenic ooze here and throw in this Duretti, because I feel like killing his stuff. He put up a lot of early game blockers that game, and I feel like I got to get through that in order to really fucking go ham on him. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, it was great. It was so different because I feel like in MTG you use real people names, and in Smash it was always tags. Yeah. But this was fledgling Magic. You know, they were still trying to find their brand, their identity. And like back then, that just seemed like their best take on it. I don't know. It was just their idea of, you know, I guess the people that they thought would be interested in Magic the Gathering. And it was fucking amazing. It was terrible. It was like, I don't know. It just wasn't good. But like now it's just gold. It's gold to be found and discovered on the internet. All right. Oh my. I don't want him to have either one of these cards. Can I take 2, please? Why does he have 2 of the best cards ever created Magic in his hand? Say I take the channel. Then he can't channel into something insane if he draws it. Say I take the Ancestral Recall, well then he draws 3 cards. So, you know, I don't have enough pressure in my hand to keep him off of channel. That's the problem. I'm gonna take the Recall, and I'm just gonna fucking hope that he doesn't fucking draw Eldrazi Titan or something to play off a channel. I mean, you ask 50 players what they would have taken there, and you'll get about a 50-50 split, I think. That's definitely a tough one. I think I played this Shrine of Burning Rage. There were some lines this game for sure. Some interesting lines. Here's the island. Here's the spell seeker. Sure. Goes and gets an instant or sorcery card, and it costs 2 or less, reveals it, put it in his hand. So either way, he's gonna get a channel. Sun Zenith, sure. Sure. Have that. Good thing is this is going to start accruing counters pretty early here. So basically we want to put as many counters on this as possible. That'll be our out, basically, in this game. Since we don't have a ton of pressure to put on him. We basically have to hope that he doesn't draw something to channel to. I don't know how many Eldrazi Titans he's playing in his deck. We only saw Ulamog. Oh, that's right. That is right. He can green Sun Zenith for something huge. Yeah. Remember when I said I wasn't rusty on Magic? I mean, to be fair, there was nothing we could do about this interaction. Once he drew green Sun Zenith, he basically drew an Eldrazi Titan. Or whatever it is that he's going to play. 6? Is it Primeval Titan? Yep. Called it. Kind of sad that I called it. I don't want it to be Primeval Titan. I prefer, you know, something else. Oh, that's right. He can't look for an Eldrazi Titan because it has to be a green creature. This is why, you know, I don't play enough Legacy. Shelldock Owl, that's cute. This is like a really good card in Legacy. Very, very popular. Pretty much every green deck plays green Sun Zenith. There's a reason it's not legal in Modern. It's because it's just absolutely absurd. Primetime is problematic. So we can multi-kicker this out. Two, four. Can't quite kill Primetime with it. Tough stuff. If I want to kill Primetime, I really got to waste some resources on him, and that's sad. I don't want to really do that, but finding myself like probably with no other option. I don't really want to be playing the control game here, but I'm kind of like forced. What do we do? Like play this? Nope, didn't want to do that. Play this, sack this, kill it. Cast. Cast. Get a counter. Sure. Kill damage. Sad state of affairs. Alright. God, this costs 3. Love you, babe. Alright, well, we are kind of in trouble, I think. So when can he play this? He can play this if his library has 20 cards, which currently is at 25. This is obviously going to be a little... Well, it's not going to be problematic for him to kill it, but... Okay, that's a pretty decent draw, actually. So... Let's do this. Let's, Let's not attack to that. Let's go kill this. Just get that off the battlefield, right off the rip. Get it out of here. I don't want to see it. Play that. Level up. Level up. And level up. Four with protection from instants. Current opponent. You're a Lotus Cobra. We know that. Oh my god, what is he playing? Seven. I don't think I liked what he just did. We can kill this and make him discard a card. Maybe that's worth it, honestly. Alright, he's empty-handed now. Oh, he had upheaval. Ooh, that's good that we got rid of. Want to deal with that shit. I think now I will attack with both things just to force the block. Because I don't want him to just be able to chump block this. I want him to take some damage this turn. So he'll take the 4. He actually might be okay. This land is dead now because he doesn't have any creatures out. So we actually might have snuck this one away. Just don't have enough to... I think it's just worth it to level this up, though. Swing in. 6. And I think we snuck this one away from our opponent. Make a 4/4 with protection from multicolored. This has protection from everything, so it is literally Progenitus. That is a 6/6, and I think we won. Yep, we won. We barely got there. I will say my top decks were a little lucky that game, but I mean... Oh, hold up. Hold up. We gotta show you guys the greatest video. This video is so old it actually might not even be on YouTube. Let's see. Magic the Gathering MTV. That's gonna be MTG. Okay, hold on. MTV Hammer. Woo-hoo. This is so great. All right. This is amazing. Hold on, I gotta stop my music for this because we have to enjoy it, and it's like full glory. This happened in real life, guys. I'm gonna play 2 different episodes because it's just so amazing. Look how antiquated this is. Hold on. I gotta resize it.
It's a tournament of Magic today at Motel California. Magic the Gathering, the strategic card game where 2 players duel against each other by using their cards to cast spells and summon creatures. Today we brought together some of the best players from the Pro Tour 4, the MTV Invitational, presented by Magic the Gathering.
You hear that?
Take it over.
That's it. Justice got him on the run now.
Who's he?
That's Mark Justice. He just got back from that $1 Million Magic Pro Tour out in Paris.
Over here.
Who's that guy with the bandana?
What the fuck? This is so funny that this happened and this was on TV like that. I'm not making fun of this guy at all. I mean, he was just clearly doing this bit, but like, Doesn't it just fit like the typical, like they just tried to make him look like the 90s, like tough guy? Like,
With the bandana.
That's the Hammer.
that's the Hammer.
#1 wild man on the circuit and East Coast Magic phenom.
Can't have that out here, Mark.
When he's on the left coast, Hammer usually tears up the cars competition in Long Beach.
Do they play a
I like how there's this entourage. Like, they're making it seem like Magic is like this like super popular thing. Like, they're like, that's the Hammer. Like, that guy has a fucking reputation because he plays Magic and beats people. We could be swimming in the water and enjoying the beach, but these guys are playing Magic and throwing down.
Long Beach.
Do they play a lot there?
They have fun. We'll take no prisoners.
Look at those
I
no
heard that
sleep.
case.
Hold
I
on.
can show you the roast sometime.
Hold up.
Get it,
I can show you the roast sometime.
get it out of here.
Hold up.
I can show you the roast sometime.
Get it out of here.
You're lucky man, Hammer. Congratulations.
You're a lucky man, Hammer.
Yes.
Maybe I'll drop by, but maybe I can get Hammer to show me the ropes.
Oh, she wants Hammer. Hammer's cool.
Magic the Gathering. Like the magic of life, you can't win if you don't play.
Isn't that so insane? Hold on. There's one more. Let's see. There's one more. This is so great. I love these videos.
It's a tournament of Magic today at Motel California. Magic the Gathering.
Magic
the
the
strategic
Gathering.
card game where two players duel against each other by using their cards to cast spells and summon creatures. Today we brought together some of the best players.
I watch
from
this
the
video
coast
every
to the
day
floor.
when I wake
The
up,
MTV Invitational, presented by Magic the
just to
Gathering.
keep me motivated.
Enjoy two.
Okay, no problem.
All right, what do you got for me, man?
Boy, Justice is really putting the pressure on.
These guys don't look that tough.
Cool. Pretty strong play.
You don't think Justice is tough? He started a riot at a tournament last year.
I got 4.
Oh, he started a riot at a tournament last year. What does that even mean? What? You don't think Justice is tough? I like, what the fuck? You don't think he's tough? He incited a fucking riot. There are so many layers of this that I don't understand. Like, first of all, like, why is inciting a riot a tough thing to do? And secondly, how did you incite a riot at a Magic tournament? What did you do to incite a riot? Oh, God.
It's a constant
He's still
battle.
allowed to play, though.
Focused every day.
Turn force and tap this. Block.
He's not banned. After inciting a riot.
Baby.
Here. Block here. Block here. Come on, you get it sloppy. What are you doing?
Who's the fast talker?
That's Mike. He
He's a
starts playing
fast
as
talker.
fast as he can once he sees a weakness.
Flip it. Call. Call it.
We're pretty serious.
Well, this is their livelihood. If they don't win, they don't.
Here's a little trick that you may not have known. If your opponent is playing with reflective glasses, you can literally see what's in their hand in their reflection of their glasses. So don't play with reflective
We're pretty
glasses.
serious.
Well, this is their
Not a good
livelihood.
idea.
If they don't win, they don't eat.
See the guy watching? That's Hammer. He's opponent.
That's a
sees.
veteran move, by
He
the
watches
way.
for patterns that people fall into. By the time he plays you, he knows what you're thinking and what you're going to do better than you do.
Oh, shit.
Seeker you.
Hear that?
Hammer. Exile.
Oh, and he said GG after he won. You know, that's BM.
Hammer.
I love it. Do you see this? They are playing with alpha and like beta cards with no sleeves. Do you know how sickening this is? There are cards on this table right now that are worth like, I mean, shit. Like, that's a fucking dual land. That is a fucking revised dual land. You know, it looks like a, I can't tell if it's a taiga or a Badlands or what. Let's see, hold on. Revised. I think it's a Badlands. Alright. He was playing with this card with no sleeves. Heavily played is $284, okay? That's heavily played. That's like fucked up, but still playable, okay? Normal, $528, all right? For this card right here in this corner of the screen, the left-hand corner. That's what that is. That's a Badlands. $528 right now. Just on the table. No sleeve. No protection. Probably doesn't even live to see the day now because but that's what, to give you an idea, that's how old this video is. These cards were not worth any money back then. They weren't worth shit. And like now it's just like, I can't believe that guy probably looks back at this video and it's just like, I can't believe I did that. Like, that was crazy. But nobody thought Magic was going to be like popular like that. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that because that's a bit of history for you guys. It is incredible. Can't believe it. That happened. This is a stream highlight. This is my life highlight. It really was amazing though. It's probably too long to be a stream highlight. I kind of went off on a little, but it is one of my favorite parts about Magic. This is the stuff about Magic that like makes me happy because it's like, it's so dumb, it's fun. Isn't it funny that they tried that approach though? And now look at what like Magic and Wizards of the Coast is. Yeah, it literally is Magic history. Like, it totally is. Like, you could be a fucking Magic historian with the amount of stuff. This game has been alive for like 3 decades. This game is older than me. Like, damn near, anyway. Sorry, it's not older than me, technically. I'm like a few years older than it, but still, you get the idea. It's older than most of the people that play it, probably. But, you know, says something about the game. Unfortunately, the creator of Magic kind of parted ways some time ago. Richard Garfield, but he has made a new game recently. And I want to kind of try it out. I'm going to say, okay, I don't want to fuck this up, so I know I'm going to, sorry, drag this in. Story. Just want to make sure I'm getting the game. Hold on, that's not it though. Richard Garfield. Rogue Book, that's what it's called, I'm sorry. Rogue Book. Called Rogue Book. New online card game. Looks fun. Looks cute. I would definitely play it. Hearing a lot of good things about it too. I'm obviously keeping this hand. It's a good hand. It's not the most aggressive hand, but that was a draw actually. We're gonna duress him. See what he's got going on. I should play like super edgy like those guys in the video. They call him the Bambino. He's never lost a game. When he senses he's about to win, he plays super fast. He knows what you're about to do before you even know. What if they brought that back? That's so amazing. Oh, what am I doing? I played my Golgari Signet right in that Night of Autumn. Too busy fantasizing about being a Magic character that I fucked it up. GM. MTG at the MGM. Definitely. Rabblemaster's such a good goblin. Opponent does have a Restoration Angel in hand. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, certainly they tried to take a different approach. They were kind of ahead of their time, though, to be fair. Like, they were trying to make it into, like, basically what esports is today, in a way. Like, it's a little less dramatic than that, but, like, you could see where they were trying to go with it, and clearly it was just not going to happen for them. But, you know, at one point in time, that was probably, like, that was the shit right there. Okay, well, unfortunately, we have a choice here. We can, I think we just play Rampaging Ferocidon, right? And then just attack with 2 goblins, make him basically spend life to flash in the Restoration Angel. You take long, unfortunately. So we could attack with this. I don't want to trade it with the Knight of Autumn. I think it's kind of dumb. I guess maybe Renin 6 was the better play. Well, no, because then he would just have... He would just blink it. Restoration Angel. So what does he do? He gives it +2/+2. Blocks both. Yep. Let's hope he gets bad flips on this. Every time he loses the flip, he takes 3 damage. He won the flip. Of course. Never lucky. Never lucky at Magic. Magic Online, such a broken program. It's rigged against me because I lost 1 coin flip. There are people that actually believe these things. I am not one of them. Yep, that was Magic though. It's different now, of course. Like, it's more of a player-friendly game, I think. Interesting that my opponent is attacking. Do I block? How long are you playing for tonight? Probably like another 30 minutes, give or take. I'm actually gonna take this. I don't want him to just Sun Titan back in like a creature. Although he might just play it. I mean, I would just play it anyway, I guess. Cool. That's doesn't really help me too much. Path. Yeah, that. Yes. What are we taking here? We need double red for Thundermoth. We're gonna play that. We need double green for Biogenikus. I think we're more interested in playing the Thundermoth Hellkite. And you know, at this point, we'd be taking 7 next turn. So I really have to start considering, like, what I want to do here. Because I might actually be on blocking duty with this Rampaging Faucet on here. This is awkward. It is. There's a couple of lines here, but I don't think any of them really lead to our victory. I think I have to block, but he draws a second white source. That could be bad. I think I'm just gonna play the Hex Drinker here. Take the 1 damage. Level up twice. No. And basically, my win is contingent on him losing more flips with this, which he just lost 1 and took 3 damage. So that is the line of play that I'm taking here. Pretty good. You know, I don't really know if I would have did that. Let's see. So I literally need to draw a land, like, super bad here. Otherwise, even still, I don't actually know if that's enough. But we didn't draw the land. Let's see what we got here. Sure. We're not technically dead. I mean, we're fucking close, but we're not dead as it stands right now. He is super far away from casting this fucking Sun Titan now. So I guess let's just swing at Issa for 2. I mean, put her to 4, or do we swing at him? and just not give a fuck about the Nissa. I'm just gonna swing at him. We'll just try to beat the clock. Like I said, our win is contingent on him losing a bunch of flips to Mana Crypt. We won that flip. Sad boys. I mean, I guess I could have Wasteland. Ouch. Kills the swamp, probably. It's between swamp and forest. Why is he doing this? Why is he animating the wrong things? You shouldn't be animating your wasteland. I mean, come on, bro. Obviously, we have to block here. And we have to block here. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. You probably... Well, you don't have to wasteland me. Alright, so we can't take a single point of damage this turn, or next turn. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately that does it. We didn't quite get there. I mean, we can hit him for 4, 6. He would have had to have lost the last flip and then subsequently lost this flip. Unfortunately, he won too many flips. I think he won like 2 out of 3 or something like that. Which isn't crazy or, I don't know, super unlucky. We basically just like got bricked. So what do we want to take out here? What are we rolling with here? I mean, once again, we're playing a deck with a lot of creatures in it. I think Biogenic Ooze is once again just sort of my weakest card. Ready. It's really good at getting rid of stuff. Rashad Import is interesting because he is playing Nissa, so it's possible that it's worth bringing in because it taps target land, and if the land is a creature, then it could subsequently be good. But again, I'm playing 3 colors. I don't really think that's worth it because Rashad Import only taps for colorless, so it doesn't fix our mana base. Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with that. Some argument to bring in Wall of Blossoms, but I still think I'm the aggro deck here. Okay, yeah, this hand's pretty good. It's a little slow, but the more I play this deck, the more I'm thinking like maybe we're just a mid-range deck and I'm in denial, you know? So we just keep drawing these hands. Path or Umizawa's Jite? Taking the Jite here. Jite just gets so far out of control, it's just stupid. He passed one of my creatures, then whatever. The first creature I play gets past. Strip mine off the top. Sure, I don't really care, honestly. My mana is fixed, so... Your go. Thicket we knew about. Go ahead and play Gari Signet here. Forest. Okay, so our opponent's having a little bit of a slow start too. Okay, that's a pretty decent draw. Good draw on curve. Unfortunately, it does catch the Path of Exile, but that's fine. He's going to use it at some point anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where like, there's no playing around it. Okay, Eternal Witness. Get back Jite, maybe? Get back Strip Mine. I don't know about that one, playa, but sure, you do you. You do you. We're gonna get a Forest here, so that we're completely fixed up for mana. And we're gonna play Thundermaw Hellkite. And we're going to hit hard. Our Stone Coil Serpent has trample, so blocking isn't really like a great thing for him. I'm basically just trying to keep him on the back foot as much as possible. He does, like I said, have that path in hand, so he can always just remove one of these creatures. Thundermaw probably being the best target. Gonna do it on his main phase, which is interesting. Usually you want to save that one for your opponent's turn. I'll get the forest here. We know he has strip mine in hand, so that way we have 3 green sources, 3 red sources. He can only cut us off of black, and I'm not really... Well, he can cut us off of black here, but we still have the Golgari Signet. And a crypt again. Okay. And a plains. Alright, so our opponent has... That's interesting. Okay, let's attack again. Yeah, attack for 4. Kill that, so he doesn't get value off of it. There you go. No blocks. Okay, so he goes to 7. Go ahead and play this. Let's pump up the jam. Set up. Set up. I'm actually not going to play Raging Ravine because he does have a strip mine in his hand, and I don't want him to strip mine me. Maybe that's a little too conservative. Maybe I should just put the pedal to the metal here. Yeah, I figured there's no way he's coming back, especially not with that mana crypt in play. It's just going to deal way too much damage to him. There is a real cost to playing that card. The coin flips do add up. I mean, mathematically, it's a 50-50 chance that you take damage each turn, so like over the course of 6 turns, you theoretically take 9 damage. I mean, that's a lot. That's half your life. Playa. Yeah, I don't think I changed anything. I mean, I don't think I'm bringing Pyroclasm or anything like that. We have a lot of... I mean, our deck is like really low curve. We're just not really drawing the low curve. I mean, we've gotten lucky with the Duress. Obviously, this hand's awesome, but it's because it has no lands in it. We gotta shift that one. Yeah, that's a keeper. Now, what do we get rid of here? Is it Burst Lightning? Is Burst Lightning the card that I get rid of? I mean, I could say it's Duretti, but like this into this into this. If he just plays like a Mana Dork or something like that, I mean, that just seems so good. Yeah, I gotta keep it like that. Let's see. This hand's pretty good. It's probably the best hand we've drawn thus far. Would I, under any circumstance, play Eidolon over Renin 6 next turn if I draw a Mountain? Because that's what has to happen in order for that to go. I mean, either way, I'm probably gonna have to shock. So let's just do it and keep our options open. Nothing out of old op. Yeah, and see, like, this is a circumstance where I would probably just play Eidolon instead of Renin 6. I don't think Renin 6 really does anything for me here. So I'm just gonna attack. And attack for 2. Take 2. Play Eidolon. Pass it on up. Alright. E-Witness for nothing? That's kind of weird. I mean, we can just straight up remove that E-Witness. We don't have to fucking play Duretti here. We just kill it. Take 2, that's fine. Minus. Kill that. Level up. Swing for 4. Opponent has to take the turn off to kill Rin in 6 if he wants to do anything. And for now, we're in pretty decent shape. Gideon, sure. Sure. So we probably have to take a turn off to level this up, huh? Unfortunately. We have to pressure that Gideon. Gotta giddy up. So we attack Gideon. And we attack him. So he has to choose whether he wants to keep the Gideon or choose to take 2, basically, and keep Eidolon around. So it's like he's gonna keep his Gideon alive. We will go and get a forest. Level this up some more. Turn Prismatic Vista. So we're presenting multiple threats here. This Duretti is a little awkward in our hand right now. But my primary focus is to give this Hex protection from everything, basically, so that way he can't block it, he can't kill it, he can't do anything with it. It's just problematic at that point. Limbala. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control cannot be activated. Well, that is pretty good against me. Fortunately for him, I just top decked like a madman. That does mean we can't play Duretti this turn once again. I still think we're okay. I was just trying to think if maybe there was an instance where maybe I would attack his face with Hex Shrinker and kill Gideon, but I think just Char on Limbala is just better, right? I'm gonna take some damage off of that. Back. Let's just level up. Minus up top might matter, who knows. Just get him as low life as possible, basically. I mean, I could have bumped this up to 4 and kept it from the Stirring Wildwood, but honestly, I welcome him attacking with that card right now on my Rin 6. He's just going to want to get stuff on the board and try to keep me from winning at this point. And we're taxing him with the Eidolon in play, so if he wants to play multiple things this turn, which he does, clearly, he's going to take some damage for it. You're just gonna wasteland me? Take me off a red, maybe? Double wasteland? Balance. This player chooses the number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest. There's discard cards in this way, sacrifice creatures. Okay, so we have to sacrifice all of our creatures. So let me get this right. Players choose the number of cards in their hand equal. Okay, and then discard the rest. Got it. Done. Done. I mean, he's close to dead. That was pretty rough, honestly. Oh, but we're so good at Magic. That's the thing. It's like, I know you really put in a lot of work. But, I'm sorry, buddy. It's just, better lucky than good, I guess. As our opponent stares in disbelief, miraculously came back. Well, I mean, I think while this happens or whatever, I think, yep, I'm right on cue. So we are at 9:30, guys, which means that we are reaching the end of the stream. It's really fun. I love streaming Magic. Magic makes time like just absolutely fly by for me. I love Vintage Cube. Vintage Cube is super fun. It's like, it's just relaxing, honestly, and like, you know, you don't take it like too seriously. It's just one of those things where it's a casual format and it's just fun and random, and it's a good part of Magic, I would say. And I like to stick with the formats that I like. So yeah, tomorrow I will be streaming New World, which is an MMORPG, a new MMORPG. I'll be doing that for quite some time. I don't know if I'll exactly stick to my streaming schedule. I think my streaming schedule had me going on from like 7:30 to 11:30 or something like that. I may actually end up streaming earlier and or longer than that. I don't know. Have to kind of see how my day shakes out. But I am off tomorrow, so I may end up prolonging it a little bit. Stream, that is. So yeah, look forward to that. And Saturday, of course, D&D unfortunately had to get pushed to next Saturday, so you guys won't be seeing that until the following week. All right, we're gonna have to just push that one off. Everybody had some real life stuff going on this week. It wasn't feasible, but I will be streaming that Saturday, so I'll have to think of a game to play. Been looking at a few different games that are like not normally on my stream list, so don't be surprised if you see something that's not something that I typically stream. I might end up picking something up just to see what people like. I've been kind of trying to gauge people's reactions and responses to stuff, see if there's something out there that I can provide content wise that both I would enjoy and my viewers would enjoy, because there's always, you know, games out there that I just haven't played that I wouldn't mind getting into if it means that everyone would enjoy it. So Friends, yeah, we definitely are gonna look up Friends. But yeah, so there's that. And then Sunday is going to be my content release / like off day. So no stream that day. I'll basically be working on these new videos that I'm coming out with, which are basically just going to be some stream recaps that I will post on my YouTube channel. And they are just going to capture everything that we've done throughout the week. And that is just a log for you guys in case you missed it, to recapture all of the fun and interesting stuff that we did throughout the week. So it'll just be highlights from each stream and stuff like that. So definitely don't want to miss that. I'm going to post it on all my social medias and stuff like that. But for now, guys, I will be calling it a night. We are going to raid a friend of mine. He is a better Magic player than me, and he's likely playing some Modern, which is a better format than this. So definitely stick around if you want to watch that. His name is Spider Space. He's one of the best Magic Online players that I know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. And until next time, we will be, like I said, live tomorrow as early as 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Now, guys, signing off. Have a great night and enjoy watching my friend Gabriel, aka Spider Space, on MTG.
Danny with the raid. How you doing? Little D&D stream, or what's going on? How you doing? Appreciate that. Uh-oh. Okay. Gotta win. Gotta win soon. Okay. Alright. Fair enough, Danny. Fair enough. No, you don't.
Me and this
Not
guy
today,
have like
sir.
single-handedly created decks in Modern, like hate bear decks in Modern, that have gained like a lot of popularity and stuff.